Greetings and hello to all of my wonderful friends. I am so thankful that you decided to turn on my video today. And I'm so grateful for all your wonderful comments that you put down below. They're so nice. And I will certainly visit every channel that comments on my video. Oh, yes, because I appreciate your comments. And thank you so much. And it's just such a wonderful day today. And I want to send out great big hugs to all of you listeners all across this big, vast, wonderful, beautiful planet that we live on. All of you people, all of you friends, I mean to say, from the east to the west, and the north to the south. I appreciate your friendship more than you'll ever know. And I want to send out great big hearts of love. Great big loving hearts. And I'm just going to send them out now. They're just going to be, you're going to just see those hearts of love just floating through space out to where you're at. And it's going to flood your soul with love. And I'm going to send out great oceans of healing power that'll reach every dot on the face of this earth, and you will feel that healing power if you lift up your awareness to it. Oh, I send it out right now to you, along with love and hugs and peace and joy. And I just hope that you will be having a wonderful New Year's in 2017. I hope you have a wonderful New Year's celebration plan, that you'll do some kind of celebration that is productive. You know, don't get into destructive habits, but do something that's productive that will help the world. Have a candlelight ceremony or something like that. Do some wonderful singing, or, you know, get into something that'll really help this world, and determine to make a resolution for 2017 that we're going to make this a more prosperous, abundant, and loving world for every one of our citizens of this globe. Yes. Oh, yes, it's been a wonderful holiday season so far. And let's continue that spirit of the holidays. And we want to realize that love and joy makes everything work great for us. And if you're trying to manifest something that you want to manifest, for instance, you're going to put down on your resolutions, I'm going to manifest a certain thing, certain amount of money, oh yes, or a new home or a new car in 2017. You need to know that there really is no resistance or friction to you having that, and you deserve to have that, and that really is on its way to you if you can lift your belief to receive it now. And don't get caught up in trying to figure out the resistance and the friction and all, because we know, for instance, that love is said that love is the oil that makes things go and it makes things go smooth. Love is like an oil that makes things go smooth. When there's love in a household, or when there's love in a meeting house or a community, things go smooth and there's no friction. And we know that the same thing goes with manifesting those things which we need in our life. That we will rejoice ahead of time and exercise great gratitude and great joy, and always be flowing that joy out to the world, and be flowing that love out to the world. We know then that will destroy all of that friction and all of that resistance that is between us and the thing we want to manifest. Oh, yes, because we all are loved with unconditional love by our infinite mind, divine mind, our source God, and everyone deserves the same abundance, and everyone deserves the same amount of love. And all we have to do is lift our mind to recognize that and then strengthen our connection. If you're experiencing friction or resistance to your manifestation, what you need to do is strengthen your connection to your infinite source, your divine mind, your infinite mind, God. Strengthen that source. And then as you strengthen that source, know that strengthening of that source is going to bring that manifestation about. And so go ahead and rejoice about it, knowing that you have done what was necessary. You've put forth your desires and your hopes and your dreams into your divine mind, your infinite mind, God, and you put them forth into that connection. You've opened that conduit, and you've said, I open my conduit to receive all of these marvelous things. And so I am going to rejoice now, knowing that I am unconditionally loved, and that therefore I'm going to receive those things. If you do that, that will destroy all of the resistance that gets in your way between you and receiving that manifestation. And the reason for that is that actually there is no such thing as friction and resistance. We've thought up these different words to describe things that supposedly get in our way from having what we need. But actually, those things are just illusions that come from unbelief. They come from our believing in limitation. They come from us believing that we're actually limited in some way, that we're actually not completely connected to infinite mind, or that we're not completely loved in an unconditional way. And so when we understand the real condition that we're in, and we understand the real substance that is present, in other words, the real substance that is present is infinite divine love, who loves everyone unconditionally, and the real substance that is present is that we are one and coexistent with divine mind, our source God, all the time, every day, every hour, every minute. We're totally connected, totally coexistent, and totally immortal. And all we have to do is strengthen our awareness of these facts and strengthen our awareness of the connection to this source, and then we get rid of all of that which is coming and clouding our mind and causing we get rid of all those illusions that are causing these doubts to come to our mind. So we need to let the solid joy flow, and it'll rid you of all friction and resistance. Truly learn to expect more. Learn to expect more. Raise your expectations. Every time it looks like there's a friction or something getting in the way of you receiving your manifestation, just raise your expectations. Just say, "Oh, that's that old elusive friction and resistance," and I'm just going to show that friction and resistance who's boss. I'm just going to show that who's boss by raising my expectations even more, because I'm the one that knows that I am connected to infinite mind. I am connected to divine mind, and I'm an immortal being, and I am coexistent with God, infinite mind, my divine source, our infinite mind, our divine source. We are connected solidly to. And so thereby I can kick out all of those elusive ideas that come and try to interfere with me and my manifestation. Okay, so then if we open the conduit, we open that conduit by asking for more joy. Try that, rather than just continually asking for a new car, new home, or whatever it is that you're wanting to manifest. Try just asking for more joy. Just say, I want more joy in my life. I want more happiness in my life. And then believe you receive it. Because after all, we were told that all of that joy, that peace has been left with us. And so we need to realize then that uh, solid when that we need to that infinite, that all substance, all joy, all love, all unconditional love, and all eternal joy and substance is infinite and eternal and inexhaustible. And we need to look to that connection. The more you feel like that you are experiencing friction or resistance, the more you should look to this connection, and the more you should go over the fact that you are one with that infinite and eternal and inexhaustible source. We have an inseparable connection right now to all abundance. We have an inseparable connection to all love. We have an inseparable connection to all joy. We actually cannot be separated from abundance. And we will actually come into greater and greater abundance daily, as we begin to accept these facts and rejoice about them moment by moment. The abundance cannot be kept from us. Knowing this will remove that friction and that elusive resistance. We need to memorize this fact right here, that it is impossible to be more enthusiastic and excited than is truly warranted by the facts of infinite mind, God, eternal love, and substance. And our complete and uninterrupted immortal being and nature. Awareness of this is magnificent, totally, truly magnificent in its motivation and creative energy and power, because there is never nor can be any interruption in infinite substance, nor any interruption in our immortality. There can't be any interruption in our immortality, or in really, there's no interruption in that solid, flowing joy and love that's always being poured out upon us. There's no interruption in it. The only interruption is what we create by our own doubts and our own failure to lift our hearts and minds to and become aware of the existence of that love and joy. When we become aware of total energy, we will have complete and eternal energy, which can never again be interrupted. Which will never be interrupted. And infinite love and infinite substance and energy can actually have no interruption or fluctuation. Therefore, once we become aware of this substance and energy, our harmony and health and energy need never again fluctuate or have a down cycle. These are just marvelous things. These are marvelous things for you to know for the new year of 2017. I've got marvelous plans for 2017. 2017 is just going to be a beautiful, marvelous year. Got lots of visions, and I hope you have wonderful visions and dreams for 2017. And we need to learn these things because they will aid in you achieving that vision. Since all good, all infinite love, and all substance and marvelous wealth and energy is truly infinite and all-encompassing, there is every reason to relax completely, deeply, and fully on this truth. And always remember this phrase: there is no interruption. You just put that down, put it down in your journal and say, there's no interruption in good. There's no interruption in energy. Somewhere that illusion has come to my mind, but it's an illusion, and I'm going to get rid of it. I'm going to turn the light on right now of these truths, and I'm going to memorize these truths, that there are no interruption in energy, no interruption in good, no interruption in health, and no interruption in healing power. And there's no interruption in wealth and substance. And if you memorize those things and then begin to rejoice about those are going to open, all of this is going to open that conduit for all of those manifestations to flow. And it's going to cause that all of that elusive resistance and friction and all just to float on out into its native nothingness. And that's what we want to see. We want it just to float on out into its native nothingness. We're going to replace it by what the real truth is. And the real truth is that there is no interruption in good or love or joy. So rejoice now. Make that your choice to rejoice now. And have a very good evening. And I'll talk to you on the next video.